Good morning, friends, and I hope you had a good profitable day today. Uh, Today market was very smart. It kind of outsmarted many people. Uh, if you see, two things I wanted to observe. In fact, I mentioned this in the groups as well for all of you. Uh, Nifty, if you see, open gap up, yes, uh, it did fill the gap, but then it made a new high as well. Of course, it did not sustain above 17,750. My target was 17,780. If you remember, on the spot, it made 17,700 levels and reversed back. Whereas when you see Bank Nifty, it opened gap up. It did fill the gap. It did come down, retrace back. It kind of could not sustain above the 41 to 40 and then came down towards 40,800 sorry 900 levels or so. In fact, I was mentioning, if all of you observing, I was mentioning that Bank Nifty is under pressure and Nifty is holding right at the beginning of the market. So a couple of trades I had shared. I had shared in Infosys put. I think that did not get triggered. I mentioned about JBM Auto can make new highs and it made 3%. LNT we had shared, I think 280 48, and this did make a high of about 60. Ken Bank almost came around 5.5 or so, but did not move down. And Tata Steel is looking positive. Glenmark I had mentioned will be positive. HDFC Bank uh, is retracing. Maybe it is going to, as per I think what I can see is there's a possibility that this can uh, come down here up to 1640 or somewhere at close to 50 and then start going upwards. I mentioned yesterday that HDFC Bank result is going to be good. Oro Pharma is still looking very strong. It moved 542 and then came down, profit booking. Heritage Food has actually came down 5%. I think this also was profit booking. Finelix Cables also moved up and then came down. Uh, TCS and Infosys, if you remember, I mentioned start adding on dips. This can get some positive upward. Persistent, I think I had shared one trade. This also did not get active. So LNT was the only trade which got active. Rest of them were not active in terms of option. So today, for tomorrow, I think if you remember, tomorrow is the expiry, and we're looking to trade on Finnifty. As per my view, if Nifty is sustaining above 18,400 levels or so, then we can look at targets of 18,460 to 18,520. Let me just so this I am expecting. However, by the pattern which it is created right now, in fact, it resembles HDFC. I mean, sorry, um, it resembles Bank Nifty as well. It looks like it is more likely that it is going down. But I'm going to look at only shorting if this price moves below 18,351, or we will see if price hits this 417 and starts retracing back down. So we will look to short, once below this levels for possible targets of 18,315 or 18,280 also. Uh, so I'm not sharing any option trades. Okay, let me share option trade also in Finnifty. Uh, Meanwhile, I would request also that if you have any queries, you may please put, and then we will be glad to answer. So 18,400. Okay. Give me one moment. Let me just figure out which strike prices are looking good. 18,350 call and 18,400 put. Okay. So I think 18,400 put is something which I think I'm looking to buy tomorrow. Buy Finnifty 18,400 PE. Once this moves from below and crosses the price of 58, then I'm looking at target SL of maybe 39, target of 80, 95 to 120 also. This is on the put side, and on the call side, I think 18,400 would be better. One moment. So on the call side, 18,400. I think 18,400 see also looks better. This if can. So buy Finnifty 18,400 CE above 62, 57, 62. Targets could be around 95 to 125. SL I think will be around 44. So these are the trades I think we can look at when you ask me an option chain. And I'm looking at emphasis. I'm looking at emphasis on a positive up move. If this has been trading at this range for some time, I think we should be able to see a positive move up to 18,400. So let's wait and see if this can hit. If the price of if this can one if it is sustainable 18,200 or 200, sorry, 1,008 20 8 19 820, then I think easily we should see 18 20 32. Or if the price of if it moves up and then starts moving up this, then we can look at 18 same targets. Mindtree also uh, is looking slightly down, but then we may see some positive upside. HCL Tech, I think I'm looking at a strong upside. We can look at 1100 call. If this can move about 27, then we can look at targets of 40 plus. Bajaj feels is making attempts to take upside. Uh, Made some positive moves here. However, I think still looks pretty, I wouldn't say range boundish, but then yes, it has been trading in this range. If it can sustain above 1316 holds well, then you can look at higher targets. Else, there is possibility that this can test back to 1288 levels also, right? So SBI, I'm looking at put side. I'm looking at 520 put. If and move above 7.2, then targets of 8 and of 9 plus. HFC Limited is also looking slightly on the downside. Uh, BML, I think one should accumulate. I had mentioned this earlier also. It is still looking strong and holding good. On an intraday, if you want to trade, then like this formed a triangle. Uh, the possibility of this retracing back and moving up is looking very good. We will have to see how it trades tomorrow. But for sure, I think I'm looking at some positive upside. Mostly these stocks can be looked into for equity positions. I'm not recommending. One, if they are able to analyze, they can look at stock options also entry. And then I'm looking at JK Cement. Tomorrow I'm expecting some positive move on India Bull Housing and Tata Communication also well. We shall be sharing live trades on Bank Nifty, Nifty tomorrow. Uh, what I can do is I can do share. Interesting observation is made by one of our students. Uh, they feel this is like a inverted head and shoulder, uh, or maybe this looks like an inverted cup also. However, as I can see here, it uh, the the this seems to be slightly uh, possibilities of this going down as per the charts view. Option chain also we see there is a strong build up at 17,700, but yes, there are good number of put writers holding at 17,600. And Bank Nifty, the pressure is quite high. You see 41,000 call writers have built, or they have formed a kind of a long triangle or straddle, whatever you can call it as. I'm not very familiar with the names. So we have to see whether the price can sustain above 41,000 or it this call writers push the market down. So stay blessed. Uh, Trade with not with emotions, with some logic, some probabilities, and some kind of but then always trade whether it is probability, statistics, always have a strict stop loss. Take smaller losses, look for bigger profits. That's the only key to be successful in the stock market. Other thing is the discipline and patience. I think I should mention this. So trade based on stats. It could be your data stats, it could be your chart stats, and there are a lot of ifs and buts. If this price moves above, so and also discipline, discipline not to overtrade. Once you're taking a loss, don't try to cover that loss. Just see where it went wrong, do the learning part, and patience. Sometimes there would be no trades. We have to wait patiently, like the way the the leopard waits to pounce on its prey. So the right opportunity pounce, make profit, and that's how the profit is made. So thank you all for joining, and God bless you all. Uh, I'll also make some small videos on price action shortly once our subscriber base can increase. So I'm just waiting for my subscriber base to cross 1,000. Currently, I think we are about 720. So once this subscriber base crosses 1,000, we'll make a small video of how to analyze, and a simple video. Uh, so waiting for that to happen. Chalo, take care. See you. Bye bye, and God bless you all.